So, no.
Please
I need to get this right.
Yeah.
So, in one of our last videos,
Yeah.
we discussed Melanie Bush herself.
We did. Are you going to put a clip in there of me dismissing?
Do you remember verbatim what you said? I said, oh, maybe Mel's going to be in it.
Yeah, and I said, are you really putting that on the table? Are you really putting Mel Bush on the table?
Well.
Oh!
Yes, I am.
My God.
I've waited so long for that. Yeah.
Bonnie Langford.
Let's set her up.
You Queen. Amazing.
Mel is on the table.
I totally forgot. So usually we always put a little display just relevant to what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Finally, we have something relevant to the new series.
Yeah, I know. I saw. I think
put on
someone
here.
did a tweet, and it was like the 14th Doctor figure, which I still don't have yet, and Mel, and like a little Lego Ncuti Gatwa, and it was like the series 14.
That's the merch
the
that
collection.
we have.
Yeah,
love it.
Oh my goodness.
Tracking stuff.
So, yeah, I mean, this is just going to be like a little brief news update thing, discussing what's happened since we last recorded. Start a new batch, obviously, of videos.
Yes.
So, just going chronologically, I think we did our Series 14 video, and then like right after that, there was another casting announcement of Indira Varma.
There was, yeah. I remember being
Susie
so
Costello.
annoyed. I was so annoyed. I was like, we've
damn
literally just finished this video, yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah.
she's going to be in it. She's going to be the Duchess in the Regency episode, we presume.
So then, therefore assume that Jonathan Groff isn't the Duke or Duchess. It's their
the head honcho, maybe so. Because like I don't know, does it suggest like is she going to be the villain, maybe, or maybe? Yeah, I guess that would kind of make sense.
So. Beware the
Or some
Duchess
kind of,
suggests.
Beware the Duchess. Yeah, so that would be an interesting one.
What was the potato for?
What's going on there? I don't know, actually.
Yes,
Yes, that was in his caption, wasn't it? Russell, for one of them, one of the Regency ones, he posted a caption, didn't he, of like 2 hearts plus potato or something like that.
Unless Duchess's type of potato, and I'm being very.
I think some people were saying, is it like the Irish potato famine or something? But I don't know if that actually. Yeah. Or like some people were saying it's on Tara.
Russell could just have been doing emojis and just accidentally clicked the potato by accident.
Yeah. So we had that. We had Bonnie Langford, of course, in terms of casting announcements.
We did. Yeah.
So obviously, as we've talked about, that was already rumoured. It was just one of those things that.
But it was rumoured in the sense of like like when everyone says, "Oh, the Rani's going to be back," or and it was just like. Are you really serious that Mel Bush is going to actually come back, fully fledged character, and it kind of happened, and it was almost like it was a bit like I'm trying to think what it's a bit like, almost like the David Tennant announcement, in the way that we were like we kind of it's almost like a confirmation as opposed to a reveal.
He's back.
You know
is he
I mean?
Though? Is he really?
Yeah. And it's kind of like. For the Bonnie one, I was like, it wasn't like, what, are you serious? It was like, okay, right, well, there we go. It's actually happening. It's a real thing. Yeah. Yeah,
like just seeing her there like, on that unit helipad and just in all her glory and everything, and just it's fantastic. I've just realised I've left my fan on. I'm going to turn it off.
Oh,
a little bit of ambient noise in the background.
It is a very hot time at the minute.
It is, isn't it? So Bonnie, great to see her back.
Great.
Obviously, we're expecting a more fully fledged character, like a fuller character than what we got in the classic series.
Yes.
I mean, I have no doubts that will happen. It'll be great, and she'll just get like a whole new wave of love and appreciation and stuff, and be like redefined as a character.
I think a lot of people have been comparing it to School Reunion, like Sarah Jane. I mean, obviously Sarah Jane was a very loved character beforehand anyway, but like I think Russell has the potential just to turn.
Yes.
Irrelevant of what she was like in the series before, this is just going to be a new character.
A new character, isn't it? Yeah, and it's lovely to have that
just
as well.
Just happens to be played by Bonnie Langford and
because like for Sarah Jane, that was like back in 2006 or whatever, and now we've progressed, however many years since then. It's like it's nice that we're mining like the kind of the 80s, the later kind of stages of the classic era, and it's now like their time to shine. Like we had Ace and Tegan, obviously, got Mel now. I think someone was pointing out, I think, that so in terms of other companions that could return from the 80s, it's like Turlo and what is it, like Perry and Nyssa. It's just those three because Adric's dead.
So and all of those are on different planets.
Different planets.
Though.
Yeah, so
unless you believe the Farewell Sarah Jane thing in this series actually with Sarah Jane, with
Tegan somewhere.
Yeah. But obviously that was sort of disproved in the.
Yeah, so like, it really is kind of ticking them off and like.
No, we'll see. I'm sure there'll be a way to get them all in. The only one that can't come back is Adric, obviously.
Yeah, and I think as well, just kind of maybe laying down some prophecies for the future. I mean, I'll be very, very surprised now. I think kind of going into the moving into the new series companions. Very surprised if Martha doesn't turn up at some point.
Very shocked.
In some
way
or another, you know.
I think, you know, Mel, Ace, Martha.
Yeah,
you've got ready-made like unit characters.
Well, did you see that clip of her like at a convention where someone asked if she's in the 60th and she was just like, I don't know how to answer that. It's like she didn't say no.
Okay.
And people kind of picked up on it. It could go either way, but like it's one of those things where like. Just maybe like she was talking about like, oh, there was all this potential with the character. I was gonna be in like Torchwood series 3, it didn't happen. I was gonna be in the Sarah Jane Adventures, it didn't happen. So like there's all this potential to do more.
I have no doubt that she'll be back.
She's got to be, hasn't she?
Even if somewhere just for like a cameo, whether it's in the main show or a spin-off that might happen. They've got a bloody helipad. Of course, they're going to do a unit spin-off. They will not spend that much money on a set like that and not do it. So, yeah, you know, whether this Mel stuff is a bit like Sarah Jane in the sense of we'll find her in an episode, maybe the finale, given that that's what they seem to be filming at the minute.
It seems so. But then we also think she's going to be in the 60th, don't we? In some capacity. It's kind of not clear, is it? Yeah, like Wild Blue Under, maybe.
Can I just say, it's absolutely insane that when people at the time were like, Catherine Tate is saying the word Mel, and people were like, you're barking up the wrong tree, what are you talking about? And now it's literally, it's not even like, oh, it could be. It's like, that probably is exactly what she's saying. So
amazing.
It's just really bizarre, utterly mad.
Like the ginger hair game is going to be strong between those two.
It is going to be very strong.
Like, if you get Jinx Monsoon into the room as well, and I'm just trying to think of something else. So certainly those three.
Turlo's going to come back.
Well, exactly, yeah.
There you
get
go.
them involved.
Ultimate Ginge.
Pond. Yeah. So we've got those two. We've got more recently Lenny Rush, is it?
Lenny Rush. I was so... I didn't see that coming, obviously, because it's just a fresh announcement. So excited. BAFTA winner. Bless his cotton socks. He's an absolute treasure. And have you seen any of...
I haven't seen any of his shows, but I think the first time I became aware of him was when he did that like Children in Need sketch last year. Whereas like the little kind of the head of the little office or whatever it was.
And he's the funniest person in the whole thing. It's like there's these celebrities that you're with and you are the best in it.
So much like personality and so much kind of like authority as well, like, and the comedy and everything, and just so it looks like we're going to be getting a similar thing here, where he's like some sort of like, I think people have been like saying like a data analyst or something, or like, because it was something to do with his Morris's predictions, like or probabilities, will they come true? So it's something like that, I suppose.
And Russell made a reference to his Segway as well. I don't know whether that's
like what's inside his Segway or something.
Lord knows. He's going to have a jetpack in his Segway. That'd be fantastic.
But yeah, we're kind of thinking, I suppose, like in terms of the finale. So we've got him, we've got Mel. Maybe he's working for Unit or some other company. So we've got mention of Triads Technology, I think, which is like a company which is also involved.
Anything to do with triangles that we can think of in the past of Doctor Who? You know, shape of a Dalek. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be, couldn't it? Yeah, I mean, I am thinking Well, we're thinking a returning villain or monster or enemy. I think that's kind of a given, really, isn't it, for the finale? I think so. It's Daleks, maybe Cyberman with the technology thing, but they kind of feel a bit... I think the Daleks would have more of an impact.
I think the Daleks would have more of an impact, and I think it weirdly feels like, as much as it feels like we've had an oversaturation of Daleks, I think Cybermen always seem to be the big bad of the finale at the minute. You know, like we've had Timeless Children, and then before that Dark Water, and War Enough and Time.
We haven't had that with the Daleks like, since Series 4, I guess.
Since Series 4, the Daleks have never been like the big conclusive. So I think that it would be the time for the Daleks to have that.
Yeah, it would make sense.
Bit of a redesign and whatever it is.
New design and whatever, and tie it into this technology company or something.
I kind of hope it's not a Cyberman. I don't think I'd ever find myself saying that I hope it's not a Cyberman kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Because it just feels like it's just been too much of it.
Daleks would be great. It'd be interesting to see, like the stuff we do know about, like this company and stuff, it's giving sort of similar story beats potentially to like revolution of the Daleks, and like I don't know, like with a company involved.
See Lenny Henry pop.
Yeah, like Jack Robertson or someone, or the
Oh,
Prime
God,
Minister.
no.
Right? But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they. I'm sure they'll do something different with it when they're like, yeah. And I was kind of saying to you in terms of like what the story arc could be, how it could all connect together. We've seen triad technology on the side of a bus, I think, that was used in the Christmas or festive special filming.
Yeah.
We know there are two characters with the same surname, so one of them's appearing in the 60th, apparently, according to like someone's CV, and then similar story for someone in series 14. I think it's like Marcy Bridges and Edward Lorne Bridges. Mm-hmm. So is there going to be like
some
some kind
being dubbed The Bridge, isn't it? For like confidential purposes.
True. Yeah. I thought that. I like a little production name for it.
Sorry, yeah, you continue with your idea.
Yeah, no, so I think
great.
like, well, obviously it could be nothing, but like, could there be like some kind of the Bridges family? Could that be something that kind of looms across the series? Could we meet like different generations of this family? Kind of like similar to what Big Finish did with that River Song box set recently.
Yeah,
But on a bigger scale. Like, I haven't listened to it. But
and
like,
as a Bad Wolf story arc, you know, Bridges is like the bridge.
Yeah, like the bridge. Maybe that's it. Literally, they're gonna the bridge. Maybe that's what it refers to.
I literally said to you, I was like, if it's not the idea, bloody hell, it needs to be in another series because it's such a cool idea.
Yeah, it could be like with Torchwood in series 2.
So
but
what
like
happens in series 2? That's the link.
Well, with Torchwood.
Yeah. What? You said
so yeah, I've been watching it again recently. The series. So it's kind of, it is sort of, well, like some episodes are kind of bigger on it than others, like obviously with Tooth and Claw, like kind of setting up the Torchwood Institute and stuff. You get like one-line references, like in Satan Pits, Zachary says like...
I thought you meant as in like in series 2 of Torchwood. No, I said I see what you mean.
Oh, but they are series 2.
But Torchwood is, I guess, it's we sort of forget about that being the thread of series 2 because it became its own thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Bad Wolf is more of like an easy thing to be like, that's an identifiable thing, whereas Torchwood was like, you know, just...
It's kind of a similar thing of like, a word that would crop up here and there and like refer a reference to Torchwood. But like that kind of thing of, that kind of sense of like an institute or like a company or whatever, like this thing building, and we meet like some of the people that were involved like back in the 1800s or whatever, like Queen Victoria, and then like we see the fruits of their labour or whatever in the present day, and that concept, like maybe what if the Regency episode characters like the Duchess, what if they were kind of linked to triad technology in some way, or the 60s characters, what if it was just all connected and people in the 60th as well? It could just be like a throwaway thing, like this Bridges family, but maybe
a bit like Gwen in Unquiet Dead.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually being related.
Yeah, that's true.
Because she's played by the same actress. Who knows?
I don't know.
So you know someone as well, just on story arcs, series arcs. Sorry, someone noticed in series 1 of Torchwood there's a Vote Saxon poster.
Yeah, isn't it when they go back into
Captain
in
Jack
time?
Harkness
Yes,
yeah. So clever that Russell went, just chuck a poster there.
And like even like it's a slightly more well known one, but like the Saxon being on the newspaper in Love and Monsters.
Yes.
Love stuff like that. Just fantastic.
Insane. Yeah.
So
that's the planning.
Russell is the type of writer that would kind of seed that stuff in there.
In the anniversary, like you say, even though it's not directly linked to series 14, there might be hints of what's to come.
And maybe what I'm suggesting is more of like a kind of a Moffat-y idea, maybe in terms of the general. So, but like, I wouldn't put it past Russell to kind of do something like that.
It's very Blink, isn't it? You know,
I guess so, isn't it? Yeah.
Isn't Sally has a descendant who comes to the door of the house and
exactly, the silhouette guy. So in terms of other stuff that's been going on, is the only other one Doomsday?
Oh,
I'm just gonna check. Was there another one?
Official, like in terms of official announcements.
It's got going, hasn't it? Yeah, because like series 14 stuff, I think we've mentioned. I
can't remember what
down.
Else.
I
mean, we just today they're filming in Cardiff City Hall, so I don't know what's going on there, but that's the most recent thing in terms of.
Yeah, and it's Millie Gibson's birthday, but it won't be when this goes out. Yeah. So Doomsday is happening as well. Have you read the first instalment?
I have.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
I have.
Yeah.
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 I wasn't clamouring to read it, but I did. Did it make me excited? No.
Nah.
You know,
It's such a weird one, isn't it? Like, it just...
I will literally watch people reading it. But,
Yeah.
I find it hilarious as well. We saw some pictures of the Titan comic that's coming out with her and Missy.
Oh, yes.
And someone just pointed out how the Titan comic style has just become so... Like, the frames of them all, there's no expression. It's just them doing these poses, these pouted poses of, you know... Yeah. And it's like, it just feels so... churned out, like, oh, I guess we'll do it. This comic here, and yeah, it's a thing. It's happening.
It's a thing, isn't it? It is.
I couldn't care less.
No.
I'm sure people do, but
I mean, it'll be interesting to see if it ever does kind of amount to anything, but I just don't really feel that it will. Like, because it's not going to have any bearing on the main show. It's not going to tie in. Like, it's its own little thing, and it's just so easy to kind of just say, okay, well, we'll stick in this little box over there and, like, you know, leave that. Because Doctor Who magazine comes out this week. I think they're doing like with Time of Victoria, like a little pamphlet, little separate.
I see, yeah, because
thing, I think, maybe.
Because I was thinking to myself, was like, how can we have that when we've got Liberation of the Daleks still going on?
Yes.
So
I think
it will probably be like a separate thing.
Yeah, they've said there's going to be like a separate thing.
Gosh, I forgot about that, because I was like, I wonder what the next magazine's going to be focused on, but it will be Doomsday.
On the cover.
Oh gosh. To be fair to them, they did sort of, they have spiced up the look of it since they put all the stuff on the Doctor Who site.
Of whole
just explaining
and stuff.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think they've kind of gone with that a bit more. But it's still so confusing. I went on the site and I was like, okay, well, they've got it all written down now, so maybe it'll lay it out. Maybe we'll have a timeline, and you click on like hours 1 to 3, and then be like, this is that's the big finish one, but it's still just dotted around, and it makes no sense to me. So
it just kind of feels like, I don't know, like on paper maybe it sounds more exciting, but I don't know. I just feel like in terms of the execution of it, it's just not the right time, or it's just not the right thing. And like with this being the 60th year as well, like, you know.
Yeah. So what do you?
There's not really much going on, is there?
Yeah. Like, what do you think about that? Because there isn't. Other than the Forbidden Planet stuff that keeps coming out every month, you wouldn't think that there's much of a...
You wouldn't really, would you? No.
No. Are we going to get some B&M sets soon? Let's hope.
I hope so.
You know? But it's weird. Yeah. When it was the 50th, did you feel like there was more of a constant stream of this
I think
stuff?
so. Even though I wasn't as into classic stuff back then, I kind of felt, we had like the themed month thing where it was like, you know, January was a Hartnell month, or like February was Troughton month, and then have all the artwork and stuff, and like that thing they're doing with the socials at the moment, where it's like, oh, this month we're focusing on behind the scenes, this month we're focusing on, I don't know, gadgets. Like it's just bizarre. I don't know. Like, again, maybe on paper it kind of like it ticks the box, but like, really, like, is anyone actually kind of engaging with that stuff?
Yeah, it's almost like you want more content than
just
in general interaction. For the sake of it,
kind of.
Yeah. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see.
I do feel it's kind of felt a bit dead.
When's Comic-Con?
Oh yeah, I was going to mention this as well, and that will be
July.
What we're on today, the 18th. So about a month's time from now, I think. So
maybe that might be a cue for stuff to start.
Like, again, we don't know for sure that they're going, but it would make sense for them to go.
Did Russell say in his article, he was like...
like no promises.
No promises, but...
Yeah.
I'm assuming they will do.
Because people are saying that that's where they're going to announce the unit spin-off. That would make sense.
That would make sense.
Like, you know,
it's a very
big screen there, and them sitting in the row.
You can imagine Russell standing up with one of those mics on him there. He's like, so, the Doctor Who... The Whoniverse.
The Whoniverse.
Here we go.
Yeah.
And then they announced the Doctor Who Confidential show and all that sort of stuff. And Doomsday is happening, but ignore
that's
it.
That as well.
I think that could happen. It's weird. It's like, you don't want to feel entitled as a fan to be like, well, we should have more stuff. It's the 60th year. We should have stuff coming out constantly. And I mean, there probably is a lot of stuff coming out. It just is more sort of...
I mean, a lot is riding on how how that's going to go, like from November onwards, and like because presumably if we do get the spin-off and stuff, and like there's going to be like something approaching a kind of constant stream of stuff, and because of how much they've banked up as well, like it's mad to kind of think that like at this equivalent point in 2013, like obviously I hadn't filmed Time of the Doctor, I don't even know it had been written by this point, like the 50th was still in production or just finishing up, and like
really,
I'm pretty sure, yeah, like it didn't start filming until maybe like March or something, I think.
Gosh,
it was really late in the day compared to this. Yeah. So
wow,
to have those episodes in the can, and like Murray got his score done for all of them as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, most of them I think. It's it's good to have that at least, and the series ready to go as well. Early next year presumably. So
let's hope so. Let's hope early next year.
Yeah, that's really hope it
to
kind of
keep
ramps
the momentum
up, you know.
going.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, because I think we've got 4 episodes this year.
Yeah,
haven't we? We've got the 3 anniversary specials, and then Ncuti's first at Christmas, around that time at least. So it'd be really good if early doors, maybe around the kind of time that Series 1 aired, sort of April time, perhaps.
Yeah, for the actual
that'd be great if that can be.
Yeah, like springtime maybe. Yeah.
That'd be nice, I love a series in spring. I have to say, as much as it's nice having a sort of winter months season, I really liked Series 12, how early in the year it was. And,
yes. Yeah,
and that sort of stuff. Series 7 kind of was a very summery kind of series, and I like it like that. So
I sort of think we're going to get the best of both worlds a bit with the specials, aren't we? I guess the Christmas or festive thing as well. So I guess that's just about all for this particular little update. I mean, who knows?
There will be something else before this is posted
tomorrow. But like certainly by.
So what do you think of Martha coming back?
Just like we'll record some bits to insert in. But like certainly by this time, like post Comic Con end of July, next time we record, whenever that will be, you'd hope that we'll have some more to talk about then.
We'll hopefully be back. We're hopefully going to keep them regular because we've got the polls to talk about.
Got the polls to do,
So we'll be like. So we're going to try and I guess keep them regular
on the screens.
Yeah. So just you watch.
Fantastic. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching this one as well.
Say bye, Mel. Bye.
Cue Mel screams at like.